What's up, sis? And we're back. You there, sis? There you go. There you go. Good evening, everyone. We back. I'm telling you, we about this life this evening, y'all. Hey,
Oh.
there you
Hey.
go. Yes, come through, boo. So look, you know how we roll because we got a whole lot to talk about. I just finished one session. I'm about to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Your niece right here, and I'm coming right back.
Okay, go ahead.
Live, we on Facebook and we on Zoom too, and I'm recording. So I'll be
okay.
right back.
Cool.
Talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
Hey, girl.
Scoot over a little. About the break stuff.
Your hair cute.
Thank you. I need to get it done. Struggles. And I gotta go back to work tomorrow. So I'm like, I don't know. I might throw a hair wrap on.
I hear you.
I prematurely took my hair down. I was being impulsive. I'm like, I'm gonna just take it down and my sister's gonna fix it for me. And it just did not happen that way. So now I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Well, at least you had a good backup.
Yes, I try.
Yeah. Oh, your butter that I got, the mango
margarita.
Yeah, got my feet right together.
Yes.
Every night after I shower, put them on my feet, rub my feet, put some socks on, go to bed.
The second person to tell me that in the last 3 days.
Yep. Absolutely.
Somebody else told me the same thing. She was like, my feet were so dry, and I would put on lotion, and that would not help. She's like, but I put on my feet be dry. She told me, she's like, you healed my feet. I'm like, huh? That's what she started off with. You healed my feet, and I was like, how? What did I do?
Right. Let me know.
Duh, my products. I'm like,
yes, ma'am. I'm like, all right. Yep. So 2 thumbs up. Appreciate you.
I appreciate your compliment and your review.
She's so silly.
Crown. You're unorthodox. That is who you are. As long as the people know.
Exactly.
Mama said, tell the people more about yourself, who you are, how you're tied into Purple Path.
Okay.
You inside a Purple Path. Because you're pretty dope. I think you're pretty dope. Like, you're one of my favorite people. I'm just saying.
Thank you. I'm Lisa Jenkins. I am the owner and founder of KRA Communications, which is a PR firm. So I help businesses and brands introduce themselves to the world through press release, billboard placements, media placement. I do resumes, cover letters, content for apps, websites, that kind of thing. I'm also a domestic violence survivor and advocate, and I have a global mobile app called The Slip Out.
Yes.
Yeah, right there. Where's she going?
She said, go ahead and download that right now.
Oh, yeah, download that right now. My sister just see it. Download that.
Yes.
It launched September 25th, 2020, and it's been downloaded in 50 countries, 7,100 times as of yesterday, last time I checked.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. I met Dr. Shaniqua about 3 years ago in an event, September 25th, 2020, and it's been out 3 years ago in an event, September 25th, 2020, and it's been out.
Oh, shoot.
You there?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
I was trying to get something off the screen and it messed up. I don't know what happened. I'm not a technology person, so I was like,
let's see. I met Dr. Shaniqua and at an event about Had to been 2019 because I just started grad school. Oh, I'm about to graduate grad school in June.
Yes, come through, boom.
I'm being a mental health counselor, change a career, all of that. I turned 48 April 8th. So in 30 days, turned 48 years old. I met Dr. Shaniqua. Initially, she was on a panel in an event, and I was looking for a mentor at the time because I just entered grad school. She agreed to be my mentor, but then it turns out she became my sis too. So we take care of all of that. So, kind of thing. She was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna take care of that, but you're my sis now. So I'm family, kind of thing. She, made me a part of, I guess, because I'm super dope. So she thought I was worthy of being a part of the conglomerate. So I'm blessed and honored to be here and, to talk to you today.
Man, that's what's up, boo. We chilling. I'm like, she wouldn't put lipstick on. I'm over here.
I be trying to, keep myself together,
You see this?
Wait, look, that's normally me, okay? It's normally me. So I'm like, okay, let me get it together. It was a super long day. And I'm like, I didn't have my nap. So I'm like, let me get it together for you, then I can go back and, dab on the couches right here.
Man, I need the people to know how dope you are. A lot of times it's easy for us to just think about the things we do, self-gratification, and even somewhat selfishness to a certain extent. But I know I couldn't do the things I do without people like you. Lisa, you've been a huge blessing to my life. You come to my aid in so many different capacities. You're not my friend, you're my sister, and I truly appreciate you. And of course, it's a given, dopeness, hang with dopeness, and that's just how we roll.
Yeah.
We could just start anywhere. I know for me, where I would love to start is not even just necessarily how we met, but how some of the challenges we've experienced in our lives in terms of relationships, toxic relationships, how we've been able to overcome those obstacles, and even still having our moments. Like I've had a moment all this morning. I was like, man, Joe, no.
And you know what? I felt it yesterday, but I was going through, so I couldn't reach out. But I felt it yesterday. That's all. When I got up this morning, I got in the car. I'm like, wait, I got to text her tonight because I was supposed to do it yesterday. I couldn't. So I'm like, okay, let me do it now. But I felt it yesterday for sure.
Timing. We know each other well, and God just had a way of bringing us together. Shout out to Erica for even bringing us together because it was her event.
Yep.
At the same time, we just kind of just took off into our own world, and you're just so dope. Like when I look at the app, right? Because most times when you think about domestic violence, we tend to think about a toxic relation between a man and a woman. Even more so when we do think about domestic violence relationships, even to the extent of male and female toxic relationship, we think about it as the male being the dominant person who's the aggressor. But we can't put a name and a face and a gender. I mean, we could if it's your own personal experience, but we just can't generalize domestic violence because many of us end up missing out on opportunities to thrive because we've been consumed to think that domestic violence only look one way.
Right. Absolutely.
So, like if we can you kind of touch on that? Like, you the expert. I'm leaning in on you. Like I know I know my lane. Like I've been through, I share my story, but that's not my lane.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Just like anybody can be abused, anybody can be an abuser. And just like how women don't talk about because we're embarrassed, men are extra embarrassed to say I'm being beat or I'm being talked to like this. So a lot of times they'll even allow certain things to go further than some women will because they're embarrassed. I've seen a few cases personally in my advocacy work that they stick around for the kids. Same reason a lot of us stick around: kids, money, that kind of thing. But then they're being super abused, and then the women or men who abuse men, they get an extra thrill out of because he's a man, he ain't gonna hit me back, or that kind of thing. So it's really a big problem, and that's why my app, I try to make it universal for anybody to be able to try to get services and help and things like that. But it's definitely a problem that's not talked about as much as it should be. Neither of them, domestic abuse as a whole is just not talked about or dealt with. Yep. It should be, unless it's in the news and it's because somebody has been killed.
Yep, it was nothing proactive about it. I mean,
no.
when you think about domestic violence, it's hard to even say that it's proactive because who wants, like, how do you jump ahead of domestic violence? And honestly, there are ways, and I think that comes with, but everybody has their own, their own demeanor, their posture, their own background. But, like earlier, we just had a session with your niece and your nephew, Patricia and Patrick, and we was talking about childhood trauma to a certain extent. And not necessarily saying that you've overcome those obstacles, but you're definitely not going through those same situations. But because of the things that they saw me go through, kind of paved the way for Patricia, like, nah, boo-boo, you're not even gonna, if you think you about to lift your finger to hit me, we're gonna have a problem. So
absolutely.
There are times when, you're a mom too. There's times when you kind of like the guilt or the shame that may come along with the process of being a parent and your child having to witness certain things. And I used to carry that guilt to the extent where I was trying to compensate that when I started to get a glimpse of what a little money looked like, I was trying to compensate for the things that I couldn't do when they didn't have it, or trying to make up for emotional deficiency, which we all know that's not going to ever happen. You can't put a dollar amount to an emotion.
Absolutely.
But I can appreciate the fact that she doesn't have she has a no nonsense rule when it comes to dating. If she decides to ever date again, that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But absolutely. I don't want her to be so guarded to the point where she does not give love a try. But I definitely don't want her to get to a point where she like just I'm gonna give love a try and have a blind eye to things that we know. It's just like it's obvious.
Right. Yeah, obviously. I don't, as much as we always wonder, like, hey, are our kids watching us or paying attention? They are, even if we never know about it. You know what I mean? So my daughter's the same way. Like she doesn't tolerate any semblance of, control, BS, anything like that. So, that's one thing, but I also carried that same guilt because not only did I stayed, but one of the main reasons I stayed is because I was sick at the time. I had endometriosis really, really bad when she was a kid. So I couldn't work all the time. So at least, the one thing he did do was go to work all the time. So he came with his half of the bills, I came with my half. So and I couldn't go back home. So that was my only place to be, to know that she was, gonna have a roof over her head kind of thing. So that was my why for staying. But I still have guilt for that because I'm like, okay, had I not been sick, we'd been gone.
Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hold on to that. I don't deal with those feelings anymore, but when I was, that's what was, helping me through it, is that, it happened for a reason. And I probably still don't understand that reason all the way, but it is what it is.
Here we are living.
Yep. Absolutely.
Even when I feel like I'm about to crash, I'm like, man, I don't know, that's like, I don't even know if we're gonna have enough time for all that, but I definitely want to where I want to go with this, like your creativity. Like when I say, I'm be honest, this is me saying this on camera. I did not even know when you started talking about resumes and cover letters. I was like, well, hold on, let me go back and let me go to your website again, because oh yeah, your niece like, I'm gonna give me a billboard. Oh my gosh, that was like one of the most satisfying feelings, even in the midst of the pandemic. People were like, Doc, I just saw you on you in Evergreen Park. I'm like, yeah, billboard. Hey, if you need to know who put me onto the billboard game, Lisa's the one right here. You better contact her. Make sure you drop your information. Yeah, drop your information in the chat for those who, because I believe they could see it, or I could copy and paste it and add it to our Facebook page. But yeah, sis, you about that life, and I'm so excited. I can't, to just be here in the midst of experiencing and witnessing and seeing all the great things you got going on. I'm here for, like, I just need my graduation ticket at this point.
Thank you. Look, as soon as I got the email, I was texting you like, okay, copy and paste this date. Like,
let's go.
You gotta be there for sure.
Yeah. I'm 10 a.m. It's like, I ain't got to dress up though, do I? Like,
no. I might give you a color scheme, but you ain't got to dress up.
I could do that. But I'll find something swanky, or find me something.
Exactly.
Yes. Man, so man, what you want to talk about? Like, you want to talk about friendship, you want to talk about motherhood, men, Oh,
We can do friendship and men.
man, because I don't know the difference between the two.
Man, it's rough out here.
It is.
It's rough out here. People are really, really weird.
Let's talk about, you think okay. So I'm married, but at the same time, I still interact with people, right? I say interact. Please don't read too far into that because I don't need nobody trying.
Right. Yeah. No, she said what she said. That's it. Exactly. That's all. But it's snowing, so I really can't get to her right now. So I'm gonna need y'all to be cool.
Right. Okay. But I'm just like, there's like this level of I don't know what the right word is, but it's very weird. It is weird.
Yeah.
Awkward. I think the pandemic has really shined the light on people having to sit with themselves.
It has, and they don't like it. They don't like it.
That accountability is eating some people alive.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna go into full detail, but just based off this last sentence I said has really shown me one person in particular, like you showing out, girl. Like it's eating you alive to see people live. Like, are you supposed to be the only person that live? You know?
Right. Exactly.
It could be real ugly out here, but I'm just thankful to have women like you in my life.
Absolutely. I'm super grateful because like before June 28, 2013, I just had me. And that wasn't a good person to have because I wasn't together. So the people I've met since then, I say God sent y'all to me because I wouldn't have survived the past 8 years without you all. But I know what real like sisterhood is, friendship is, pouring into me, letting me pour into you, like without like, I don't have a second guess. Like I know what I got with y'all. You know what I mean? And I never had that before. So I'm super thankful. You know, sometimes it's hard to like, realize like, okay, I got such, but I'm super happy.
The feeling is mutual.
So, and I definitely, I need it.
Yep. That's what we're here for. We're here for each other.
Absolutely.
Let me just take a minute though, because I'm looking at our skin. I'm not trying to, oh, wait. I heard them tears. I was like, let's take a minute then. Let me taste something. I heard it. I heard the little crack. It was like, the little.
I know. And I'm like, damn it.
Look, I'll turn this camera off before because I'm posting this on my YouTube page, so I can't have these.
I know.
Like, no.
Nope.
And then YouTube think they funny because a lot of times they try to find that still picture to make your the frame of your that video. Like, nah, but don't like the thumbnail. And I'm like, nah, but what are you doing? Like, I can't. Dang, let me just sit still then, because obviously y'all don't want me to be great. I ain't got time for that.
Funny, yeah.
Man. Yeah, man. I don't.
They weird. Like they was already weird, but like I don't even know where to go with that. It's like the sense of entitlement, they want special treatment, but they don't want to give it. It's like, I don't even know. Like, it's like, I'd rather just be by myself.
Look.
Because, like, I don't want to deal with all that. Like, I just don't. Like, a lot of stuff I used to deal with before just for the sake of, either having somebody or whatever. I'm like, I'm not there no more. I ain't that Lisa. Like, if I'm not getting, like, reciprocation on all levels, then I'm good.
That reciprocity, baby, if that ain't the word of the season,
man.
I was listening to TD Jakes. I love listening to him, and I'm trying to get back into the flow of listening to him or his daughter every morning. And he's like, I feed those who feed me. It's really just that simple.
It's really simple. And then
try to make it complicated.
Yeah, they do. And then it's funny. And then like I started doing it because for a long time I had like, it seemed like all my relationships were one-sided from me. And it was probably because the state of mind I was in at the time or whatever. But I've learned now, like, I don't like that. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying it's tit for tat, that kind of thing, but who got you. and who check on you when you check on them. It's not a time limit kind of thing, or, you know, they got to do this every week or every other day. It's not like that, but you know who got you and who don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when you change up and then like if you stop contacting, they stop contacting you, okay, keep that same energy. Ain't nothing wrong, but just clearly you didn't need me in your life or want me there. So I'm just going to open up the spot for whoever you want there, you know, kind of thing. Like I'm not chasing nothing or nobody.
Man, I'm with you on that.
You know, and whoever's supposed to be with me or is going to be with me, period.
Look, oh, look, I'm like, if I say this, I'm not getting in trouble. So I'm trying to tailor what I say just because you know I still got to keep some peace here at home.
Right. Say, you know, we can pivot subjects, you know, if we need to.
But for me, like I was doing some research about, you know, alpha woman, because it's one thing, of course, it becomes a buzzword, and it seems like as soon as something becomes a buzzword, it loses meaning. Or the importance of its meaning. And so I was like, okay, what's the difference between an alpha woman and beta woman? I can actually see myself in both, depending on where I am and mentally, right? Not even just physically or a physical location or environment, but where I am mentally. And so as I was thinking about this, I'm like, I'm clearly an alpha woman. I'm very outspoken. When I enter a room, you're gonna know, even when I don't want people to know. That's just the way God built me.
Yeah.
Same time, I always been an alpha woman. The only difference is that I'm an alpha woman with a platform and who has overcome her obstacles. While the alpha woman I was a rebel without a cause and had no clue of how to use my voice, not knowing I even had one. So there were times where people knew I had a voice, but was trying to silence my voice or keep my voice at bay so I don't exceed their voice. And
absolutely.
So now that I'm an alpha woman and very aware and, you know, really can hone in on that spirit of discernment and ask God to kind of like, to guide my steps and guide my tongue and show me who's who, even when it hurts. It's like, I'm like, God, I asked you to show me, but like.
Right. You ain't had to, you could have took some sting off of it. Like
that person too.
Right. Oh, he's showing out. He's definitely showing out.
So I be real careful about these prayers. I tell him like, God, and then I even went so far to stop saying, God, remove people. No, remove me, because I might be the problem. Yeah. I'm okay with holding myself accountable. Like one thing I can say is my children have seen me just be cool in situations. I'm like, I'll risk it all, boo. You say what? I'll get the game banging, and don't get me wrong, it's still stuff that crosses my mind, but I've just learned how to realize I got too much to lose now. And I think that's the difference between those who make decisions that are rash and irrational and those who make a decision like I gotta walk away. That's because I got an idea of what hope looked like.
Absolutely, that part.
Kids don't have that. You are in the school right now. You see exactly, like I'm like, sis, yeah, we about to you about to see what I'm talking about.
And I promise I do. Every time I see something different, I swear I think about you. I was like, okay. And I channel whatever like our discussion was surrounding that. And that helps me get through it. But yeah, it's absolutely everything you've always said it is.
I'm be honest, like this is it for me. Education, it got to come in a different form for me. I can't go wrong with traditional ways of education, especially being a Black woman in a male dominated system. You know, so it's like, yeah, you got a little influence, but we're gonna keep your influence right here. And I see me, you know, God is greater than this, so I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
But what I mean, when it comes to education, what are your thoughts?
I don't even know like where to even start. Like, right. I don't even know where to start. It's like everyone's overwhelmed. It's like I don't even like, it's hard to even tell who's really in it because they want to be in it or who's in it just because they in it. You know what I mean? It's hard to see that passion now. Like you see it a little sprinkled here and there. And some of the kids can actually say, well, this particular person is there for them. But then that's one of 30 people in the building. Yeah. You know what I mean? But then you have teachers yelling at them. Now, granted, teens are unruly most of the time and all of that stuff. But when you got to like monitor them to go stand outside the bathroom, like it's a certain things like I just think you shouldn't have to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, if you talk to kids a certain kind of way, they're going to react a certain kind of way.
Yep.
You know, so it somehow we got to change it. I just have no clue how to change.
Yeah, I honestly believe we had an opportunity and many people didn't take advantage of it. We've been out of school since March 18th in the state of Illinois. March 18th, in education, Illinois State Board of Education, like, yeah, it's been a wrap, boo. Let's wrap all this up and we're about to go online.
Exactly.
I mean, I do know it was necessary for us to everybody take a breather. Like, I have no clue what's going on. I don't know the answer. We don't have a handbook to say these are the COVID-19 protocols because we never experienced this before. So
exactly.
At the same time, of course, I want to show compassion and grace and empathy for educators and administrators and those who are decision makers. But I also want to put the hammer down to a certain extent and say we had a perfect opportunity to work out a plan from March 18th or March, the end of March. I'm gonna give you a few days, gather, restore, rejuvenate. But from the end of March of 2020 up until August of last year, you had an opportunity to really hone in on what needs to be done. And the first thing needed to be done was build relationships. We missed the mark. We want to jump right back into academics. These children have missed out on almost 2 years of instruction.
I've been virtual the whole time. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know how it felt to go back to school.
No,
you know,
I'm working with adults right now who are still virtual from their place of employment, are getting ready to go back June 1st and have, I mean, the premiums or the co-pays that people are paying out to get some type of mental stability or mental health assistance and things of that nature is because the anxiety that is coming along with going back into the workplace. So just imagine if you're a child who do not have the ability to articulate how you feel about a specific situation, the only go-to you have is anger, and anger in a way that's being channeled in a negative sense, because I need people to know that anger is an emotion. You get angry, but it's how you channel that anger to determine whether you're gonna stay in the school building or not.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I know even in your field, you know, you're working with the emotions.
Yeah.
The emotional well-being of children and young adults.
Yeah. And then it's just a blessing that someone are even willing to open up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm so tired of this environment where, you know, you got to be quiet about what you experience.
Yeah.
Because of the shame that other people they're gonna be guilty and shameful about something you experience. And then, okay, how do we dismantle that? Because if that's the case, that's even more reason why we need the help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I definitely want to know more about like what's the next steps. Have you thought about the next steps? Because it's coming. It's coming fast. June before you know it.
It's coming super fast. I don't even know. I want to work in an agency. I definitely don't want to work in schools full time. The 1 day a week I do now is enough. So I definitely want to work in an agency setting for now.
Yeah.
So just trying to, you know, figure out what, like I said, that's coming in like 2 seconds. So I've been like looking around and getting ready to apply and doing all those kind of things. So.
But when I tell you that I know that, you know, it's easy for us to kind of talk about the hardships we've experienced, whether it's because of COVID or just our mental capacity, but you've been having some great wins academically, the way you've been featured professionally, all those different things. I mean, anything you would like to share about, like, you know, who was I speaking to? Michelle Thames, who's you know, she's a social media influencer. I had a wonderful session with her, and she was telling me something about something her coach had shared with her about a humble brag. Like, nah, brag on yourself. So so Michelle, shout out to you. Let's do this humble brag. Go ahead, Lisa. Humble brag away, boo.
Dang. I don't even know. Just, I mean, like you said, I've been doing, you know, good things have been coming my way. I just committed myself to any opportunity I have to share my story or to help others heal or feel the strength to share their story, I'm gonna do. You know, no matter how tired I am or what I got going on, I'm gonna do it. Because that's my whole purpose of doing all this. I asked for this and it's coming. And so I gotta answer the call.
Man, that part.
You know, I just gotta answer the call, and I want to help others, you know, highlight themselves and get the recognition they need for their creativity and things like that. So it's definitely a good time. And if we could just get these dollars to add up to, you know, all this other stuff, we'd be good. But that's gonna come soon. But yeah, I can admit that I'm pretty damn good dope.
And you better. No, well, we need that on a shirt. I can admit I'm pretty
right. We do. We do.
We all want it. Tiana, if you're listening, we need those. I prefer mine in purple.
Right. Absolutely. And I do understand, like what you said, that you're a humble brag because you have to, because if you don't cheer for yourself, who will?
Man. And then for those who get, you know, who feel some kind of way when you do it, it's like that's on you.
Right. That's their own inadequacies. They have nothing to do with me.
No.
So either you can unfollow, unfriend, block.
Do what you gotta do, because
it doesn't matter to me.
Slowing down.
No. At all. I'm not. Yeah.
Man, this has been good so far. So yeah, if you can tell the people how they can reach out and connect with you before we even move forward. So I want to keep reiterating, like, hey, if you want some of this dopeness, here it is.
KRA Communications, the #1 on Instagram, and Lisa Jenkins on Facebook. My website is www.lisarjenkins.com. Download the Slip Out app right now on Google and Apple Store. Yeah. So if you need press release, billboard, resume, all that good stuff, content for an app. I'm not making apps, but I'll do the content for it. Decks, all that kind of stuff. You know, get at me.
Man, while we talking, like, I got a couple of things.
Uh-huh.
Are you shaking your head, Patricia?
Yes.
I mean, because
what she said?
My mama said I got enough going on at this very moment. Like
somehow I be getting looped in on whatever you be having going on.
Not all the time.
Most times.
Yeah.
Tell mama I said hey.
Got you. She in the back watching Tyler Perry.
I already know.
I need Tyler Perry just like come through, like say
something,
because she watching faithfully, bro.
Yeah. For the last 2 months.
Man.
Everything you done did.
You walk back there like, oh, what you want to watch now? Not easy. You be like, what? I'm like, are you trying to tell me something? It's between Diary Mad Black Woman, Good Deeds, Not Easily Broken. That's the one with Taraji P. Henson, right? Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tyler Perry, but what's the other one? I can do Bad All by Myself.
That one. Oh yeah. Not Easily Broken. I could do Bad All by Myself.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
But Taraji is in that one.
Yeah. Lord have mercy. I probably could bet money right now, like she watching Good Deeds.
Yeah.
Right. You could.
I should have.
Hey, if that's what keep her going.
Hey, I'm not even mad. Do your thing, sis.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm okay. So look, all right. How does this whole press release situation work? Like, what does that consist of? Not even just for me, because I am asking for myself, but I'm pretty sure somebody out there needs to know.
So I'll put you on the front of the list, put you up top. I mean, I'll send you some questions. I do the press release, and then also in the press release package, I write your original press release and I pitch it to up to 5 media outlets, and then I coordinate the interviews if anybody, you know, reaches out to interview. So
okay. I think we need to talk about that offline. That might be the move.
Yeah.
Hey, summertime will be here. I might need to get back to. I don't know. I gotta learn how to stick with things. That's my biggest issue.
Yeah.
Outside of RJ training, I'm good. Like that's my baby. I got that all day long.
Mm-hmm.
When I venture out, because it's like I'm so much more than just RJ. People see it. But it's like, how do I stay consistent so people not only see it, but they want to, they are more inclined to either purchase or because I got a lot of stuff. I got too much if you ask me at this point. She over here making faces. Don't be like that, Pooh.
I support it though.
Yes, you do. I appreciate that. Everything I do.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay, we talk about press releases. You do resumes, cover letters. But what else we got out there? I want to make sure I touch on everything. So y'all know this is gonna be your go-to. So don't jump in my inbox like, Doc, who did your, I'm telling you right now, like.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a lot of big stuff coming up. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know some big stuff coming. Because like I said, with graduation, so my life's about to change in that area. So we just gonna, figure it out and see what happens. I'm ready for it though, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's time.
Oh, Danielle said a creative made in the image of the creator. Yep. I love it. Come through, Danielle. I'm so glad to have you on here watching, boo. Oh man. So what's the plan for the rest of the evening?
Girl, dab over to this couch just like 2 feet away from me and like binge watch something. Cause I'm like, I'm so tired. Like I'm not doing no homework today. Like, well, I don't really have homework. I only have one paper due. There's one more paper that's due in 2 weeks. Haven't even thought about that, but I'm not doing no client notes today. Like I worked and I saw a client and yeah. So I did my contribution to society today.
I know that's right.
So I've learned to like really like be okay with not doing nothing, which is hard for me because I know So the past 2 nights I came home from afternoons I came home from work and I just sat and it was amazing. Like, okay, I know I could be doing something, but I don't want to. I'm tired.
Look, we just got the TV up and mounted up in the living room. I'd be in the living room, my new bedroom now because my mama done took my room over.
Yep.
And she's like, why you not back here? Because the heat in this room.
I was about to say, because there's a furnace back there, ma'am.
Bro, my neck can't get any longer. Like I feel like I'm already in the sauna, Joe. Like, what are we doing? Girl, I woke up.
No.
Head be hurting. I'm like, man, I'm out. I feel like
when I went back there, I was there for like 2 seconds and I was like, this is hot. I can't even sit down in here. Like
she be having 2 covers on, ain't broke a sweat, ain't.
She be real comfortable.
She be like,
real comfortable.
Then ask, you okay? No, I'm not.
No. No, I'm not, ma'am. No.
I sat on the floor one night just trying to catch a breeze. Like, man, I'm too old, 41 years old, sitting in my own bedroom in Indian style on the floor. What are we doing? Like,
trying to rock to get some air, like.
Take it like somebody bring a little air in here, please.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely be in there comfortable. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah, I might try to go back there. Like, I don't know, but I was saying all that to say, like, I really been enjoying myself, or so I think. But I pass out. I'm not even the type of person that pass out. I'm very strategic about like when I go to sleep, where I'm going to sleep, where I'm putting my head. The covers got to be right. Everything. The candles can't the light. I can't have too much light. I mean, it's a whole situation. But lately, God is just showing me like,
yeah.
Let me stir this up a little bit. Where I'll be on the couch. Next thing I know, I'll be in the living room by myself. It was all of us in here. Like, where everybody go?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel. I just be looking around like, okay, like, why am I fighting my sleep? Go to bed. Like, you have no reason to just be up looking. Like, go to bed. So I have a routine now, so it makes it a little easier to go to bed, and I just go to bed. Man,
you just hit the key word, routine. So tell the people, like, because let me tell y'all, Lisa be working out, y'all. I went to the gym once this week. I went to Planet Fitness.
Okay.
Now I had the membership for about a month, but I finally went yesterday because I put it out there in the atmosphere. I said it on the prayer call, and because I said it on the prayer call, I was like, let me get out here and go to the gym.
Right. So you don't put it all out there.
Yeah, I that's one reason why I'll do certain things, because once I put it out there in the air, I have to do it.
Well, don't feel bad. It's a gym in my lobby, and I don't go as often as I should. And I can admit I'm lazy. Like, I mean, I think I haven't been. I went to the gym Sunday, today Thursday. Like we'll get there. Like it's okay.
But you be looking so dope though. You be having your gym clothes on with your high socks, the socks that come up past your knees. You think I'll be looking? I'm like, okay, boo, I see you.
I'll be trying.
Don't be trying.
I gotta get it. I gotta get it back. I gotta get it together. Because I'm like, before COVID, I was a runner. Well, I still am a runner. I just haven't been running. But I was training for the half marathon, but then I got injured. And then when COVID shut the world down, that shut down running. So I just stopped, I stopped running, but I'm trying to get back into it. So I'm trying to work my way back.
God bless you, boo. If I walk fast. You see me running, it's a catch too. You better run too, because it's danger. Some danger coming, like, we got to go. I remember there was a comedian was like, he was talking about how Black people per se, right?
Yep.
All you gotta do is see one person. You're not asking questions.
Running. We'll figure it out later.
Running, you be like, "Hey, G, what was we running for?" It don't even matter. Like, just run, just go. Yes, man. But the routine, I love the fact that you said that was a key word, routine. Because for me, routine also consists of healthy boundaries.
Yes, boundaries are so important because people and things will just run you ragged, and then you left at the wayside, and you know what I mean. You didn't make sure they good, but they ain't make sure you good. So you gotta set boundaries. I tell my clients that all the time. Like, you gotta set boundaries. Mm-hmm. It's for your own sanity. Fuck what everybody else think, because they're gonna be mad, and that's okay. But again, that's a them problem. You gotta set boundaries, even with yourself.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
So set boundaries. See, it's one thing to talk about setting boundaries with other people, but when you got to set boundaries with yourself, give me some ideas. What does that consist of?
Just being honest with yourself. We're like what you want to do or what you don't want to do. Because just like we can't control what other people do or say, but we can control how we react. It's the same thing. Like, if you consistently putting yourself in a situation and you miserable in that situation, but you continue to do the same shit, it's just ridiculous. So
insanity. It's called insanity.
It is. It's insanity. And then you mad, then you're gonna be mad either way. So why don't you just set the boundary and release the bullshit off your back, and then you cool after a while. But I had to learn it myself. I was consistently doing stuff because it was a comfort. It was a comfort thing. Not even that I enjoyed the benefit of whatever I was doing. It was just a comfort thing. Oh, I can do this or I can do that. But it wasn't. But when I'm up there in that moment, I'm like, why the hell am I here? And I had to stop that because it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I needed. I didn't enjoy it. And it was no purpose. So I had to get like real honest with myself. Like, this is not what I want. This is not going anywhere. It's like no benefit at this point. If it's not benefiting you, what are you doing?
That go back to what we were saying earlier. I feed those who feed me. And it's not
exactly
the physical person. Like, if I'm going to put my energy into a project, I need to know that the return on investment, and not just the dollar amount.
Absolutely.
But the gratification or the self gratification that comes along with completing that project is going to be so dope to the extent that me making a sacrifice to put the time into completing this project or whatever it may be, it's going to be well worth it.
Exactly. Yeah. If I can't get that or get it honestly and genuinely and know I got it without questioning it, I ain't gonna do it.
That of course they say all money isn't good money, but there was something else that was said, and it's not even something extravagant. It was real simple. Like, that good money is going to cost you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I'd rather good money cost me in a sense where I'm putting my time and energy in than that money that dollar amount is so hefty that it's going to cost you, but it might cost your integrity. You can't bounce your integrity. You can make attempts to bounce back, but when I tell you this world is so cruel, it's almost like it's
almost impossible.
It's over.
Yeah,
I hate that we live in a world of a world of like not giving second chances, and this might speaking. Should we even? I don't even know if I even want to say this because I'm trying to think how many contracts I got on the line right now. Well, what we gonna do about Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, all the heavy hitters have been very influential in the Black community. I mean, because whether you think about your childhood memories in terms of watching the Cosby Show, or the fact that he was very influential in his position and the things he was able to do and accomplish, and just the representation of it all, having a 2-parent household. She was a lawyer, he was a doctor, and raising their children. And then you got R. Kelly, who has his skill is unmatched. Probably the greatest R&B singer of all time. Probably, I ain't say, I don't want to debate. I ain't that. But at the same time, I could think about your childhood memories from family barbecues, funerals, church, graduation, weddings, everything. He was you're gonna hear him in the mix somewhere, some way. So what does redemption look like? Do we, do we just toss them and say it's been a wrap, or is there?
That's what it, like you said, that's what it's come to. And that's unfortunate because people make mistakes, and no one's perfect as much as they, they try to pretend they are. And then it's like, okay, yeah, they did, horrible things, but they also did great things. So do the horrible things erase, you know what I mean? Erase everything, you just throw the whole person away. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, because I'm if you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, because I ain't God, I ain't never claimed to be God, but I do know I have a great relationship with the God I serve. We all sin, and so there's never if you go out and kill someone, that's a sin. If you go out and steal from Walmart, that's a sin. Now to say because you killed someone, that sin should be greater than a sin than someone who stole something from Walmart, but a sin is a sin.
Exactly.
And see, people don't want to talk about that.
They don't. Because like I said, we've all sinned. Some have been caught, some have been not. So
we try to get levels to sin. We probably Joe, yeah, you're going to hell for that sin. But
right.
You know what? We can forgive you for that one because it wasn't that bad.
Right. Yeah.
Who's the person that's making these decisions? Don't
the people who haven't been caught doing they sin.
Because when it's all said and done, the difference between those who've been caught and those who haven't is those who haven't been caught. That's it.
Exactly. That's it.
All I'm saying.
That's absolutely.
And I thank God I didn't have social media growing up. Wouldn't be no Dr. Shaniqua Jones. I promise you. Wouldn't be no Lisa R. Jenkins getting ready to graduate June 25th.
No, none of that at all.
I didn't have a filter. I was lost. I was angry. If I thought I said it, I would it would be over.
Yeah.
It would have been over before it started.
Absolutely. And that's just being honest. Absolutely.
It'd have been so bad. I wouldn't even be able to get past the college admission application. Right?
But listen.
Don't even fill it out. You're wasting your time.
Yep.
Boo. Well, look, tell the people, I know we winded down on our time. I know my phone didn't just die on me. What we doing here? Oh, well. Here go the backup.
The phone saying good night.
Okay. But yeah, anything else you want to share with the people? I know I've had a good time. It's just like talking on the phone with my sister.
Yep, absolutely. I enjoyed it for sure. No, just keep moving forward, whatever you want to try it, and don't let nothing stop you. Who cares what anybody says? Who cares what anybody does? You owe it to yourself to try whatever it is you want to try. So,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah. And if it work, it work. If it don't, it don't.
But you won't know until you try. Exactly.
The last thing you want is regret.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you there. This has been good, boo. Hey, that lipstick is really pretty.
Thank you.
Where you get it from?
Mac. I know I need to get with lip balm.
Yeah, you need.
The lip. Wait, what is it?
The lip bar.
Okay, lip bar. Yep.
I got you. Just tell me what you need.
Yeah.
If you go to the site, use my code Purple Path, save you what 10 to 15%, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see, KRA Communications 1 on Instagram. Lisa Jenkins on Facebook.
Yep.
Got you. And they can reach you about billboards, PR, any public relations type of situation. Yep. Resumes, cover letters, content creation.
Yep.
See, wow.
Yes. If you don't see it on that listed, then still ask me about it, because I'm all about trying new stuff. So even if I haven't done it, we're gonna give it a try and figure it out.
How did the whole billboard situation come about?
I think because the first billboard I had out west, somebody did for me, and I don't remember how it came about. I can't remember exactly how it came about, but somebody else did it for me, and then it didn't get like what I paid didn't like equal to the amount of time that it was up, kind of thing. And then I ended up coming across the company I use now, and it was more, more user friendly. You could control the budget better and make it, work for where you wanted to work for in different states and things like that. So me, I'm always trying to do something different and creative, on a budget, kind of thing. Make it real simple. You ain't got to recreate the wheel, but just be different, just to get the message out in a different kind of way. Yeah. And then like when I got my first billboard, I was just excited as everybody, like, I want an actual billboard. Like, that's me right there. I could drive past it. I'm right there. And I've had a couple different ones and even like in different states or whatever. And every time I have one, it's the same feeling. Cause like I'm this brown girl on the billboard. You know what I mean? And then people, people reach out to me from other people I put on billboards. And hey, I want to do, because everybody wants to see themselves on Middle Expressway. Come on, in Chicago, drive downtown. Hey, y'all, I'm on whatever. Like, it's a great feeling. And then especially to promote your brand, just to get it out there more, because you can always, it's not too many ways you can advertise. There's never too many ways you can advertise. And that's just something different, because you drive in your car and you just look up and hey, they can get the information super, super fast. So that's kind of how it happened.
I love it.
And I love, getting response from my clients, like, I was on a billboard, or getting pictures. One person pulled over on the side of the expressway, getting on 9094, put her hazards on, so in her picture, it looked like she was actually holding on to the pole, but she wasn't. But it was like super dope, because she was super excited, like, I'm on a billboard. Like, you think that can't happen for us, but it can.
It can.
You
showed me that it could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that is. I'm not even gonna lie. That is a really dope feeling. It's even like, gee, that's me right there. Right. Mama, I made it. Oh my God.
I know, right?
Oh, you for real? I'm like, yeah.
She thought she was just talking. She thought she was just talking. Like, Mom looked at the picture, like, oh, that was
by now. If I think it's gonna come to, I'm gonna figure it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man, look. So I mean, I know our time winding down, but this has been great. Definitely trying to think of ways, like, how can we do this? Like, maybe just bring the whole conglomerate on at one time and just have like our own little virtual kickback. Like, what's up, y'all? This is who y'all what's good?
Yes.
Wheels are always turning. You already know how it go, because you
always. We always on something. Always. Yes. It is what it is. It's it's our time. So
yep. So once again, before we even part ways, of course, I want you to follow your girl, Dr. Shaniqua Jones, the Olivia Pope of Education. Follow me at Purple Path by Dr. J on Instagram. Dr. Shan Jones 2016 on LinkedIn. I'm trying to get my LinkedIn up, hey, LinkedIn is hot. I just want y'all to know that LinkedIn is
I haven't been, I need to get back on it, because I haven't been doing anything with it lately.
We probably need to strategize, because with you getting ready to graduate, that might just be the opening that you need.
Yeah. Now to think about it, I do need to get back on there. Yeah.
Spruce up your profile, start adding, I'm pretty sure I haven't even been on there to look, but the Slip Out app, some of the statistics, add all that information on there.
Yeah.
Like I see some of your articles and stuff in the background. Make sure
Yeah.
You already know. I don't even know what I'm telling you.
No, you look, I can do it for other people. I don't always do it for myself. So no, I need you to remind me for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get on that for sure.
I would even go so far to say, let me see, you graduate June 25th. So I would say maybe like towards the end of May, do the 30-day trial for the premium account.
Okay.
Or even do it at the beginning of June. So you'll have it for the full month of June.
Okay.
Like right after graduation, and then just, end it after the 30 days, but try to just maximize the opportunities you have in those 30 days for free.
Okay.
It's a game changer.
Yeah. Okay.
That got me though. I forgot to.
You forgot the.
I'm like, yeah.
Look, Prime got me the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. I emailed them like, look, that was my rent money, G. I need that back.
It would make it so bad. I opened up an Amazon business account. And so of course they asked you to do with a business account. So I got Prime for business and Prime for personal. Like, no. Run that back, Turbo.
Right. Yeah. I looked at it. I was like, because normally when stuff like that happen, I'll let it go. I'm like, no, we're not gonna let this one go. I need that back.
Look,
I'm like, all they can say is no. And I got a good person. He was like, I'm gonna refund that right back to you. Thank you so much. Bless your soul. You're gonna go to heaven. Like all that. Things. Yes. So I'm like, I need that right now. So yeah, they definitely got me.
Hey Lisa, you got Danielle right here, who's also part of the conglomerate. She said she want her billboard.
Yes, ma'am.
Danielle dope too.
I know for sure.
My girl did my taxes sitting at the table. Like usually I'd be balled up like, She said, I do all that. I got you. I'm finna explain everything to you. I was like, what? You do that? Because ain't nobody. That's a whole nother discussion, but the girl dope.
That's good. So good.
Make sure you hit up my girl Lisa on Instagram, KRA Communications, the #1, or Lisa Jenkins on Facebook. And she about to get that LinkedIn popping again. So
absolutely. Also to slip out on Instagram and Facebook. You can contact me there too.
Come through.
Yep.
Yeah. And so with that being said, everyone, in closing, Danielle said, thank you. No, thank you, boo. We love y'all. You know what it is. You know what my favorite 2 words are in closing. God is. I love you, Lisa. Hit me up, boo.
Love you. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.